Hello, it's David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
Right, so I was just taking a little look at the WBC heavyweight rankings. Well, I was looking at all of them, but the WBC more specifically, because over the last few months, I think the WBC have a better ranking than the rest of them. WBA, WBO and IBF. That's just my personal opinion, of course. But it's still not right, but this is quite unusual for me to say this about WBC because usually over the last few years, the ranking system has been shocking. I'm presuming that they've employed somebody new, okay? Anyway, so this is where we are. And just looking at the rankings, Anthony Joshua is still dominating the top 15, as he was last month and the month before. Now, there are a couple of little changes here and there, but we'll go through them all. And Anthony Joshua has fought and defeated 6 of these top 15. Number 1, Dillian Whyte. Number 4, Dominic Breazeale. 6, Joseph Parker. 7, Alexander Povetkin. 11, Carlos Takam. And 14, Charles Martin. So the couple of changes that are there is that this time last month, Carlos Takam was in number 10 and Oscar Rivas was down at like number 14 or 15. But since Oscar Rivas defeated Bryant Jennings, he's jumped up into the top 10. But it still doesn't affect the fact that Anthony Joshua has in fact defeated, nearly half of the top 15? 6 of them. And of course, he did try and fight Kubrat Pulev until Kubrat Pulev pulled out last minute, hence the reason why Carlos Takam is on there as well. And of course, he has defeated Dillian Whyte, who has defeated Derek Chisora, who is still in the top 15, surprisingly enough. Now, Deontay Wilder, he has fought 2 of the top 15. Number 2, Tyson Fury. Number 3, Luis Ortiz. And both of them, he did get exposed. And I'm not saying anything that's not true here, am I? Luis Ortiz, he had Deontay Wilder out on his feet at the end of round number 7, and had the referee stopped it, I don't think too many people would have complained at that point. And he got his minute rest at the end of round number 7, stood up, and the referee guided him over to the medical team to have a check on him. Again, that's complete hogwash, right? It's just not right. And especially when Luis Ortiz didn't get help either. So he got exposed in that fight and Tyson Fury last time out on December the 1st in Los Angeles, where Tyson Fury won that fight handedly. And people around the world say that. It's probably 1% who disagree with that. And that's purely because they wanted Deontay Wilder to win that fight. But either way, Tyson Fury did get dropped twice in that fight. So that fight's always going to be up for debate, isn't it? But for me, it's obvious, and most people, it's obvious that Tyson Fury won that fight. So either way, Anthony Joshua has dominated and is still dominating the WBC rankings, when really it should be the other way around. Deontay Wilder should be the one dominating it. But anyway, we're coming to 2019. Potentially, Deontay Wilder has now an opportunity to add a third one to his list. Could that be a Dominic Breazeale, an Adam Kownacki, or a Dillian Whyte? Or maybe a rematch with Luis Ortiz. If he rematches, then he's still stuck on 2, isn't he? But technically, he's 4-2, 1-1, hasn't he? But either way, Anthony Joshua has fought 6 and defeated 6. Unfortunately, Big Baby Jared Miller's not on the ranking because he's not part of the clean boxing program. But for his fight with Anthony Joshua on June the 1st, he is being VADA tested. So he may actually be re-ranked by the WBC because he has enrolled in VADA for this fight. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it. Click the thumbs up to this video. And of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.